California Adult Education Program, Technical Assistance Project.
Was there anything else you'd like to add that we haven't already discussed?
Let's see. Well, it was kind of interesting when you said the comment about the pilot, and then I countered with the flight attendant. Just to be truthful, a lot of times, at the beginning of this whole program, I was doing a lot of webinars, and for policy, we just used a lot of common sense. And so, having to explain some of this stuff really tested my ability to logically figure out, what was in legislation and what we were implementing and how it worked. So a lot of times I had to answer questions kind of on the fly. And in my mind, I said, well, this kind of makes sense. And I think people were catching on because they said, oh, it's great as long as Neil says so until he doesn't, so it's kind of like they were kind of insinuating maybe I was making this stuff up, but it was just my interpretation of the ed code. But somebody had to do it, right? And so I guess the good thing is I didn't interpret anything that made us go off the rails, I don't think. And so my goal was just to keep the train moving down the tracks. And even if we were going at 5 miles an hour, at least we were moving down the tracks. And so I really liked those webinars where people were throwing hundreds of questions at me. But that was fun because it tested my ability to understand the whole logic of this stuff and try to make sense of it, to repeat that back in an answer to somebody's question, because as we would get the same question maybe 100 times on the same. So maybe they were doing that intentionally to make me crack so I'd give a different answer, right?
I don't know. I always thought you did a fabulous job, and you were always our point of contact. And I don't know how you did it because it was just you and one assistant at the time, right?
Karen Baker. It was kind of interesting, like, a lot of after hours email responses, even sometimes on the weekends. I tried to, respond to everyone timely. Now that I'm kind of on the tail end, I still respond timely, but I'm not doing evenings and weekends anymore. So.
Good. You certainly deserve the rest. So I appreciate your time and all your wisdom and all the guidance that you've given us throughout the years. So thank you. And I'm
appreciate you having me today. And Sherry, I really like working with you. And we had a lot of history through this process, and really appreciated all the work you did down at State Center. And so I'm really happy that you chose me to take part in this interview today.
You'll forever be in the history of adult education. And thank you for everything that you've done.
California Adult Education Program, Technical Assistance Project.